Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is Diverse Dad Podcast.
Podcast where we bring in our petty issues and you let us know if we're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
Ooh, you almost got there.
Featuring Kevin.
And Jeremy.
That's us.
No, he's Jeremy. I'm Kevin.
I'm Jeremy.
He's Jeremy.
For all of you new here.
And I'm just going to start. Before we get into things, I just wanted to say a big thank you to the people who support us on Patreon. And for all of those who don't feel like throwing money at us, we appreciate you listening. All of the notifications and the numbers peaking up give us a giant hit of that dopamine for our egos.
Yes, gives us boners is what he's trying to tell you. Now,
Dad boners.
Last week was a backup episode in case you didn't notice my facial hair was completely different.
And also, I was like, in case you didn't notice, we're filming this on the same day we did the last episode. Yeah. But it was like a backup from like ages ago, so it didn't make sense. Sorry, everybody.
So I just said some things from the episode before. We did get some comments from Cat Murdaz. It says Andrew Tate is a massive tool. Fair enough, he is very much a massive tool. And he had a good point on the banning Bali Bangers, which Kevin should have brought up, but he brought in some pretty weak arguments for it. Anyway, he says religious doctrine should never be a deciding factor for state legislation. Mm-hmm. Though a religious state like Indonesia will generally ignore this, the more pertinent issue is that state legislation should not come in the way of human rights or freedom of choice. It's fair to say that we don't really have a say in how different country wishes to legislate, but when legislation infringes on something that should be considered a free right to all people, it becomes a problem, which is very true. Very good point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I might just add, how profound and smart was that writing?
Oh yeah, he should be on an episode.
He should absolutely be writing for government.
Yeah, for the Indonesian government.
Yeah, go for a cat. All right. So we got some comments on our bonus.
The most recent one and winners.
Oh yeah, well let me go through comments. So one of our patrons, Sue, I'm an asshole then. Bike riders here ride in the middle of the road, sometimes at 3 riders beside each other. I often feel like running
oh, they're human beings.
Our roads are wide, like fully fat roads. She wrote fat with a PH.
Country roads.
Get off the trucking road, you wankers. So this message is at the end of the video, and you must have read my future mind, Jez. Amazing.
Yeah. Does she think we're doing it live?
We're seeing the time post. She's gonna. So just for next time, just write like a time code so we know what you're on about.
Yeah, I'll wait until you watch the whole episode, then make some comments. Although I get that sometimes you might have an idea as you're watching it. I gotta. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Do what you're doing.
We do enjoy it.
And loved your dream, Kev. That's an awesome story. I think she's referring to the one about our oldest brother.
Yeah, because it did reference Jesus and
Jesus in a Marlin suit. What a wild time.
That's true. And the winner, I'm kind of pissed off about who won that. Cyclists is the biggest mountain. I did bring it in because I do hate how cyclists are, but I do hate anti-cyclists more because I am a cyclist and I love cycling.
And also, it's such like a impatient person thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to bring it in as a mountain, but impatient people is like a huge pet hate of mine. Just where it's like, it's so simple. Just don't worry.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, before we get into the mountains, Kevin's going to taste some wine. We're not going to name the wine or anything. He's just going to have a taste. We're not sponsored or anything, and we're not going to say what it is. So going to try it. It's red.
So the wine today that we're tasting is actually from red.
It's from the color red. It's made from grapes and feet, I guess.
Have you seen the video of the lady stomping wines and then she falls over and she's like, ow, ow, ow.
Maybe. I've seen lots of wine falling over videos.
She falls over and it just makes the most incredible noise.
How's your wine? I quite like that one, actually. It's pretty easy drinking.
All right. How do you... All right, I'm going to do some like wine tasting. You know, like when you're doing whiskey, you talk about smoky flavors and
Yeah.
it's a bit of heat.
Yeah.
So, smells fruity,
Like grapes?
like red wine.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, that's not bad. Hey,
Yeah, pretty good one.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very flavoursome. I don't know. I can't. No.
It's just tasty. Who cares?
Yeah, it's all right.
Words don't matter. Now, fans of audio might notice something a little bit different. We might look a little bit more comfortable. We've moved our studio. It looks the same. We're going to pretty it up next week. Next week. Okay, it's happening.
Are we actually though?
Next week.
We say that.
Next week.
We say
It's happening. And we're going to pretty it up. But audio fans will notice... Wait. Can you hear that? Can anyone hear that?
What's that? No beep.
There's no beep.
Oh my god! And the echo
Oh
and
my god.
everything
and yeah,
else.
it's probably
So
less echoey.
we are in a carpeted room,
There's so much carpet everywhere.
so we have moved from the basement,
Yeah.
and it's great. I love it. I am so much more comfortable here. I've actually got a computer here now, so I can see. I don't have to panic going, did I push everything right? I'm still questioning it.
Yeah. Okay, and that's bought me enough time to come up with my mountains this week.
Yes.
My first one, this mountain is huge. Just pisses me off so much.
All right.
Humbleness. People who wear humbleness like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I'm so friggin' humble. I never talk about my achievements or anything. I just do great things and I never tell anyone about it. Like, yeah, sure you do, mate.
Well,
How do we know about them then?
Well, yeah, okay.
And they always promote it as being such a great thing. Like, oh, being humble's so good. But it's like, yeah, but also, like, if you told a few people about your accomplishments, maybe they'd follow suit and be good too.
Well, no.
Instead of, like, keeping all your greatness to yourself, so no one's going to copy your excellent stuff. You're just, like, keeping these secrets.
It's not secrets.
They are secrets.
No, it's not.
They
you
are
know what?
secrets.
It's like okay. I know there's going to be a big fan of this one, but Jesus was very humble. You know who quoted
wasn't.
that? Yeah.
No.
It was all these disciples being like, "Did you see what Jesus did? It was sick.
Maybe.
He fed like a troop. Sick.
Yeah, he probably told everyone about
Water
it. Look, dudes,
into red wine.
dudes, come to the beach. We are having a fish meal tonight. There's no way he was humble about that. There's no way.
No, he. Well, I mean, he would have been like, first.
Why'd they put him on the cross then? It wasn't because other people said he's great. Oh, this guy's great. He's so amazing.
Well, you
Put him
reckon
on the
Jesus-
cross then. No, it's because he was talking himself up. The Romans are like, who's this wanker?
Shut this guy up.
I'm the king of the Jews. And they're like, put him up. He's definitely not.
Yeah, let's hang him like a king.
Yeah, he bragged. He bragged like a king. And so he should have. That's what's so great about him, is how braggy he was.
No, you know what? Okay, so
You know way more great people who are braggers than you know humble people.
no, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did?
What?
Do you know who he is?
Yes.
You know who he is.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi. He was in like he was Crazy Guys in
Yeah,
Mr. Deeds.
everyone knows
I'm explaining who
Buscemi.
he is. Shut up. It's from Boardwalk Empire. You know all that. Anyway, Steve Buscemi, when 9/11 hit, he actually went and helped out with the firefighters because he was an ex-firefighter.
Yeah, he was doing his job.
Yeah, he was an
And
ex-firefighter.
how did you know about it?
I don't know. I heard it through the grapevine, not from Steve Buscemi, because it was so
No,
humble.
'cause-
He just got
that's-
on with it.
That's a thing famous people can get away with. They can not brag about their impressive feats because other people will for them, and they know it.
You know what?
He
That's
knew
it.
that if I come in and do this stuff, yeah, I'll be doing a great thing. I'm not even going to talk about it, and people are going to be so impressed with that too.
Saw Dave
And
Grohl.
You know what? Yeah, Dave Grohl did last week.
soup kitchen or something?
He went to a soup kitchen. He loves barbecuing. He's huge.
Oh, he is big on that.
barbecuing.
Yep.
So he went to some soup kitchen in New York and fed like 400 homeless people with his own barbecued stuff.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, so humble. How did we find out about it then?
Someone sat there and took a photo.
Yes, and he knew they
Do you reckon he
would.
planted it?
There's no way
I reckon
he does. There's no way
know
that's
what?
like the 10th time he's done it and that's the first time anyone
Dave
noticed.
Grohl.
That was it. That was the time he did it. He knew people were going to brag about it. And he can still wear this badge of humble because he
I'm
didn't
Dave
say it.
Grohl. I'm
He
Dave-
didn't brag about it. Someone else did. So he's so
But
humble.
anyone sees a public figure in public, they're going to take a photo regardless of what they're doing or where they're doing it.
And so the people who aren't
So you reckon
famous,
he knows about it now, so he won't do anything?
the people who aren't famous who are doing that, they're telling everyone they can. They're saying, I go to soup kitchens. Thousands of comments on that David Grohl post, all of them, I go to soup kitchens all the time. I'm in a soup kitchen right now. I currently have my hand holding a drumstick in a homeless man's mouth while he eats the chicken off it.
I just spin it every now and then.
Yeah, like everyone in there is bragging. Everyone who actually does that stuff, they brag. They're going to tell all of their friends and family.
Okay.
No one
You
is
reckon-
ever humble.
So you reckon it's celebrities aren't allowed to be humble.
Well, no, they're allowed to
And
be,
you know what
but
sucks?
it's
You know what
humbleness
really
is lame. It's lame.
You know what really sucks?
Being humble?
Humble people. It's celebrities can't be humble. They just aren't allowed. And what really sucks is someone took a photo of
Oh, they
Dave
want to
Grohl.
be humble. They wish they could be humble. He wishes no one told his story and he could just be humble about it. He sent a letter to Google saying, please take down all the stories about me feeding homeless people. I want to be humble. He didn't do that
Yeah,
because
but
he
see-
loves it. Loves it. He's bragging through other people. He has the privilege of doing that, so he can appear humble so people love him more.
Okay.
Because people love the appearance of humbleness, even though it's completely a useless trait.
All right. You hate humbles.
You're so humble that you get on a podcast every week to vent your issues. Humble Kev.
No, I am the least humble person ever. I
I'm
quote all the
actually-
good things that I do.
I am the most humble person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. King of humbleness.
A king.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I tell everyone how humble I am.
What?
I just brag about it. Who's going to say otherwise? I'm like, oh man, no one else is saying they're that humble. No one else is claiming the humble throne, so I'm taking it.
Yeah, but that's because it's like, you can't.
But I can.
No.
I did.
Humble
King
humble,
of
humble
humbleness.
throne would be like, I'm going to let you have it.
You have the throne.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, because that would be the humble thing, and then automatically you end up.
No,
king.
that would be the selfless thing.
No,
It wouldn't
that-
necessarily be a humble thing. Humble king. And look
No.
at you being so unhumble trying to take me from my humble throne.
No, you have it.
All right, that's all I have on humbleness.
That's fine. You have
What's
it.
your mountain?
Now I've been. Oh man.
Every man.
So many. I have lots of issues.
Have some more wine. Have another sip.
You need to slow down on the wine
Yeah, but you have another sip.
because you are rambling. Oh, I decided I don't love it anymore.
That's because you haven't had enough.
My world's biggest mountain, and I've hated this for literal years. The first time I heard it, and I was like, stop. My mountain is another person. Okay, I brought in Andrew Tate, and I know I'm just whinging at people, trying to cancel people now.
Yeah.
That's me. Kyle Sandilands.
Yeah, but no one likes him.
Exactly. He's a wanker.
It is weird how he's still big.
No, he's just the worst.
No one likes him.
Okay.
And his partner, what's her name?
Jackie O.
She's a horrible person too. No, she is.
No.
She is. She 100% supports his things and follows him around like a little dog.
You know what it is?
She's as bad as him.
She stands next to him and becomes the oh my God, I'm so sorry. You can't
Yeah,
say that.
so she
She's the
looks
voice of
better,
reason.
but she isn't.
Yeah, so she's the voice of reason,
She
and
loves this
that's
shit.
why they work, because he says something harsh, she fixes it,
She pretends
everyone
to
has a
fix it.
laugh.
No, she's just
they
as bad
can't.
as him
It's all
because
controversial crap.
her little being the voice of reason is just her way of supporting him so that he can say his outrageous shit. She can kind of protect him, and they just kind of balance each other out so he can keep doing his bullshit.
Yeah, so he can still be a wanker.
shock jock thing. What are you saying? Oh, never mind.
I will. So some of the things and some of the reasons that I hate him, not just because I hate him, I thought I'd bring in some things that he's done. Okay, and yes, I'm going historical. So, in 2009, there was a radio scandal where a girl hooked up to a lie detector, and it was like this skit that they were doing where the mum had to ask the daughter questions and the daughter had to tell the truth on a lie detector. And the girl was 14, and they're like, have you ever had sex with anyone? And the girl was like, do you really want me to answer that? And she's like, yeah, I was raped at 12 years old.
Yeah.
The next words that came out of Carl's mouth was, oh, is that the only experience you've had? Like, is there any other experiences?
He might just be severely autistic
he
and not
might
understand
be.
what's going on.
Well, I think, like, there's certain ways to save radio, and that was not
A
it.
normal human doesn't hear that and think, well, that's a bummer. Let's see if we can have some lighter news. Have any good sex?
Yes. Well, the fact is, he brought it back on, like, oh, we need to keep this skit going. How?
Yeah.
And this is where I do appreciate Jackie O. She's like, we're not going to continue with this. No, that was wrong. I'm so sorry. We're cutting it. Have you had counselling? Do you want support? We can hook you up with someone at our expense.
So she is as bad as Carl because she's what's keeping Carl going.
Yeah. No, I do agree with that. I'm a big fan of the punk scene. I'm a big fan of the metal scene, all of that. Anyway, there was a show where Jackie O was meant to host this section, and she was like 4 hours late. And when you're a punk band, your songs only go for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Every minute that she's late is cutting half a song from their set.
Yeah.
So anyway, finally, Frenzal Rom, the Australian punk kings of just comedy punk. No. They have a song. They have a song called, I can't remember what the song's called, but when I saw them live, they're like, this song is about putting pills up your bum while you're working at Coles. It's called I'm Stacking Shelves While I'm Shelving Stacks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, Frenzal Rom, Jackie O steps on stage. It's their time to go on, and they're like, fuck this. You're 4 hours late. I'm not waiting another second for you to finish your stupid little speech.
Yeah.
So the guitarist, Lindsay, walks out on stage and starts playing Thunderstruck.
I love that.
And just like over the top of her. I don't give a shit. You're late. I'm playing.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gets upset. She walks off stage and starts crying.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kyle Sandilands calls Jay, the singer.
Yeah.
And on radio talks about, that was really rude. You can't do that. You made her cry. We're never putting you on the radio.
Yeah.
And he's like, mate, you've never put us on the radio. We're just not your thing. But you're threatening to cut us because your wanker co-host can't keep to time. We can't play a set because you guys are mucking around. Anyway,
Do you imagine what's the station called? Hit something.
104.7.
Yeah, hit. But haven't they got a new name?
Speak?
It's Hit something.
I don't know.
Hit Radio or something.
I don't know. Or
Anyway.
HIIT or something.
So, yeah.
Something.
Anyway,
Yeah.
could you imagine them playing "All We Need Is a Punch in the Face"?
They should.
Great.
I went out with a hippie and now I love everyone but you. The best. I love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the main reason I really hate him is he reminds me of that 2000s fame. You know, like Gretel. What was her name?
Colleen.
Gretel Colleen.
She didn't do anything controversial.
She was just shit.
She was just on
No,
Big
but
Brother.
her there's this 2000 fame, and it was all these stupid people who were becoming famous for zero.
Oh God, have you seen TV
No,
lately?
no, I only
No.
stream things.
Yeah, no, everyone does. I watched TV not too long ago, and it is god awful. Everything on every channel.
Yeah,
Everyone is caked in this thick layer of makeup, and they've got all this fake humor, and they're all smiling, and they're like telling these horrible jokes. It's just awful.
I feel like that's what's happening with Australian comedy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like Peter Hellier type comedy.
Oh God, he's gone down the toilet.
Yeah,
And there was a bunch of them. Him and
Tom Gleeson was one.
Tom
He
Gleeson's
wasn't-
always been bad.
No, he was okay. He
And
had
who
some.
was the guy? He started painting his nails black and having black hair.
Tim Minchin.
Nope,
He's okay.
not him. One of the other guys who's kind of in that kind of scene.
Oh,
like
Adam Wills.
Adam
Will
something.
Anderson.
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got so unfunny.
Did he?
Yeah.
That
He's went
sucks.
dark and depressing.
Oh.
And it's like, you just are miserable shit now.
No, because he was always like weird political.
Yeah, but now he just got so shitty. They
Yeah.
all have. Like,
I don't know.
our
Australian.
comedians have just completely lost their way. I can't think of a single good.
No, I've
Australian
seen
one.
some
Like, there's
underground
that
stuff.
Isaac guy.
Isaac.
He just says, like, I think Butterfield.
Yeah.
He just says,
yeah.
like, really edgy shit. I'm like, you're not adding anything. You're just kind of saying edgy stuff.
And Friendly Geordies.
Yeah, he was funny for a bit. And, like,
No, he was funny until he got smug.
yeah.
He's interesting now. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually kind of like what he does because he like
yeah.
he got bloody firebombed. His house got burnt down. Insane.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wild. But he's not necessarily that funny anymore. He's very edgy and very like it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's not like the silly funny that he started out as.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, good Australian icons now.
You know
There's,
who
like,
was
none.
good?
Greg
Greg, and he always looked like a shark. Reminded me of Bruce from Finding Nemo.
I cannot think of who you're talking
I
about.
wish I remembered his name.
These guys aren't comedians as such. They're a bit funny though. Marty and Moog from Mighty Car Mods.
Oh, those guys are
Those
great.
guys
Yeah.
are fantastic.
They're fantastic,
Those guys,
yeah.
they're just themselves.
And
They're
they are
just
very good.
themselves,
You know what I love?
and they just fuck with cars.
I watched one of their things where they were like, they got like the cover car of one of the Hot Fours. It was like this orange Mirage or
Yeah.
something, but they got in it and it's just the shittest car.
Yeah.
It just looks nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, what a mess.
They went through a stage because that generation of cars where they're just like crazy body kits, crazy paint
Yeah.
jobs and everything. It was called sex spec.
Yeah.
Like just these
Yeah.
cars that are just like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. In all the Hot Fours magazines and all that kind
And
of
that
thing.
was such a big thing at that time.
Yeah.
But that's what got us into cars at that stage.
yeah, I loved those cars.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah. But then seeing him now and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
You become an adult and go, that's no good.
Yeah. I appreciate them though. But yeah, they've done a few chapters where they bought those kind of cars and like returned them to stock basically.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's very good show.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not too many Aussies doing great things. Dad vs. Dad, those guys are amazing.
Oh, they're all right. Hamish and Andy,
Oh, you know what? They're real good.
they are really
And
good.
Have you seen Lego Masters?
Oh, so good. How good
It's
is Hamish on it?
amazing. He's so
And how good is what's Lego Man? Is that what they call him? Brickman.
Brickman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brickman.
Oh, and when he like has to like kick someone off.
Oh man, he can't do it.
And he
He's
gets
getting
so
tears
teary.
every time.
Oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
and we went to the Lego convention, and the little girl was there. Oh, didn't even say hi.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah. He's great. He is truly funny.
Hamish Blake, yeah, absolutely. He's always been a favourite.
Yeah.
And there was one of the... So I think all the comedians that were on Rove, right?
Well, a lot of them just have fallen away and not been good anymore.
Hamish and Andy started on there and they kept being funny and kept doing stuff. Yeah, but all the
other guys, John Hellier, Will Anderson, they were always on there.
No, Will Anderson wasn't. He was an ABC dude.
Yeah, okay.
Then there was Peter Hellier was one, and he was never good.
Everyone on the project, that show is awful.
Yeah.
It just takes people and turns them into toilets.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah.
Anyway,
TV and Kyle. That's all. He's just part of the system.
That's it.
He's one of the cogs in that awful system.
It brings me back to that point of the 2000s TV that we used to watch. That was the starting point. That's where he became big, and he just kept rocketing downwards. Okay?
Yeah, but still getting bigger and bigger. I don't know who was liking the stuff that he's saying.
People who like 104. People who like the crap radio stations who follow pop music. Ugh, yuck.
Gross.
Yuck.
Okay. Vera's been getting into pop music and stuff.
What pop music, though?
Well, she'll know a few songs from things.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Raw by Katy Perry.
Which isn't a terrible song anyway.
And something by Rihanna. Something by Shakira.
You know what's a great song?
And she's recently learned on Alexa, you can say, Alexa, play music by insert artist here. So now we get the whole discography of Rihanna and whatever.
Can't do it.
And you know what's weird? Listen, because I hated that music when it was on the radio. Maybe I just stabbed my ears out.
Yep.
And listening to it now, it's this isn't really that bad. Musically, it's not that bad.
You know what?
And I think Shakira, that's one artist you never ever hear of outside of her music.
Yeah, okay.
That is exactly how an artist should be. You'll always hear controversies and shit from other people, or
but that's
things
pop.
that they're doing,
that's pop.
or they're constantly news about them. But Shakira was just she has a new song, I guess.
Okay. The weird controversies coming out. What was no, I do remember there was
Katy Perry. There's this. She leans into it hard. There's this rumor that she's a robot, and she can do the thing. I don't know if you've seen it. People can close an eye without the other one moving at all, without their face moving at all. They could just close an eyelid. No, mate.
No, your face moved.
Yeah, but she could do it without doing that. And she does this thing, and she presses her face and opens it again.
Oh, she's
fun.
As
if she's pretending. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. But she's always been pretty fun.
Yeah.
I definitely, I'm not a fan of her.
Not a fan of
she's
music.
One of the better pop musicians.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is pop is, it's such a hard genre to get into.
How long have we gone? Because we got 2 Mountain Mill.
Oh shit. Yeah, go bring in a thing.
Okay. Cat smells is my mountain.
All right. Yeah.
Cat smells. Have you ever been into a house with someone who owns a cat? And I'm going to make an exception. Our old producer, Stacey.
Mm-hmm.
She has cats. Her house never, ever smells of cat. Every other house I've been to in the world, you walk into it, if they have a cat, you can smell cat shit. If they've... The cat could have not even shit that week. It's constipated. You can still smell the cat shit. Just everywhere.
It smells of cat, yes.
And it's just the most powerful smell. I don't know if producer Stacey uses commercial grade kitty litter or something.
Oh yeah, I feel as though it is because we went through a stage where we were buying lavender scented.
Yeah.
And then it's just always sold out when I go to buy it.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, when we were doing that, it was cat shit?
Yeah.
Cat shit. The cat would shit, and you'd know it's shit because he'd run as fast as he could out of there.
And that's your cat shit once tonight. Yeah. And the whole house. I've been so gagging the whole night. This is
it's so
awful.
offensive. It's so just buddy, why are you doing this?
There are no worse animal smells with animals we live with. You smelled bird smells. They're kind of weird, seedy kind of. It's not too offensive. Dog smells, even if they poo inside, are pretty yuck. The smell goes away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Doesn't linger.
Cats just, they
The
wear it.
cat smells. It could be because they eat mostly fish or something, but
That is.
they're just gross.
And you know what? I totally agree. I've walked into the house and been like, that's a punch in the face.
Yeah.
That is pungent and it hurts. Like,
Yeah, and most cat owner houses I've ever walked into, it's that.
yeah.
As soon as you walk in.
I'm
I have
finding,
heard an argument that it's mostly boy cats that make them more...
And they spray. We didn't think it was a thing. We really didn't think cats sprayed. I thought it was a rumor until my dude just started pissing on curtains. Like, why? Why did you do that? And it's not just like we got another cat because Andy was freaking out. He started like wigging out and getting real anxious at night. He started spraying on a curtain, and we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got a kitten, and the kitten's been amazing, and they've been getting along, and they work together, and they're like the best of friends.
Yeah.
But the first day we got her, the kitten was in the lounge room, and he's looking at it, and then he just walks over the curtain, stares us in the eyes, and just pisses backwards. Like, what?
Oh, that's amazing.
Just staunch.
Yeah.
Full on, here's my curtain, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so angry. I'm like, I get it, pal, but nah. Anyway, so yes, I totally agree. Cat smells is by far frustrating.
Yeah. I can't think of a worse smell that people just allow in their houses.
Oh, I know. I did start doing incense at some point, and that was great.
Yeah.
That's been good. I think I might just have to stick to that for a little while. Incense the house, and people will be like, it smells like incense and cat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that you've?
Yeah.
Have you had enough?
We've had a long first two problems. We should probably barrel through these next ones. Have you got another long one? Bring in a quick one. Hitting your funny bone or something.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And I haven't done it for years, but I see other people do it, and I'm like, how are you still doing that, dickhead?
Yeah.
You know, like every now and then it's like someone does it. Oh, I'm funny bone. It's not funny. You know, mate, I learned from that in like year 3.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Have another sip before you bring in your mouth.
Oh, you are so keen on the sippage.
Another big one.
I'm just not a big drinker.
I know, but you're about to be.
Might be a red wine fan. But it's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's got a whiff to it.
Yeah, the smell's really powerful in that one.
I think I need watered down wine. I don't mind white wine. White wine I can get through.
I used to be that way, and since I got into red, now white's like too...
Is it bland?
Well, the way I would describe the taste, it's like too high-pitched.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
These kind of flavors, they're more bold, rounded,
Yeah,
robust.
yep, okay. Yep. It is very, like, mouth filler. Yeah.
And the white one's like...
No, that's a perfect example. Yeah. No,
I think
get
the
it.
sound as well, the people who are only listening and not watching, they get it.
Audio files are like, oh.
Yeah, I can taste that.
It's like someone talking about sour foods and you go,
yeah. Yep. All right.
Now, you want a quick one? All right, let's...
How long have we gone?
Well, we had a lot of pre-talk.
We did have a lot of pre-talk, but how long have we gone?
Fucking ages.
Yeah, but what's the
No, 57 minutes.
Oh, okay. It's probably not too bad then, actually.
It's not too bad because we were talking for ages.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It just feels like we went a lot for Kyle. Anyway. Bring him out. It doesn't have to be that tangents.
I haven't had a Dexy. And you, when you drink anything, your mind just goes... Blah, 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 blah. Like, you just keep going.
Yeah.
It's non-stop. I went to talk a few times and you were just... And then... Just fucking shut up, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're good now. Self-awareness is a fantastic tool to have.
Hate it. Off you go.
Okay. My second mountain. The thumbnail for the 40th episode.
What was the thumbnail for the 40th episode?
Your lazy sketch.
Why is that a thumbnail? That was a good one.
No, it was terrible.
Let me go back to
No.
episode 40.
Okay,
I'm going to put this up so that people can see it.
we put a lot of effort and time into all of these things, right? I want to really mention that because, you know, I spent ages doing these drawings. Okay?
Let me see my... You know what's cool about that, though?
What?
That is so good. Yes, that was lazy and rushed. That looks so good. That was my quickest one. And that wasn't just lazy. That was... I had like 10 minutes to quickly upload a thumbnail because I had to go to work. And I busted that out.
And you could have given it to me.
That is not bad, guys.
Oh,
Come on. That's not bad. Like, for a rushed one, that's good. And you know what's cool? Like, it shows it's clearly hand-drawn. And I love that. Hand-drawn on a tablet.
Look, you've got no colour apart from red and black.
I love it, though. That's one of my favourites.
Are you kidding? Do you know how long... Okay.
No one is going to vote that up. No one's going to say, oh, yeah, I hate that picture.
That's
I
the
had comments on that
worst
picture.
mountain ever.
I had comments on that one saying that's a great picture.
No, you didn't.
I
They were
did.
talking about episode 39.
No, they most definitely
100%.
were
You know what?
not.
I had the fortnight. You know how long that took me?
Way too long, because that's easy.
You know what I did? I'll
What?
tell you how I drew that. Okay? I got images of the Fortnite dancers.
Yeah, and
I
you,
shaped them. I silhouetted them. I also then erased the outlines and gave us fatter bellies.
yeah,
And then I spent ages on the actual, like I copied the lettering
yeah.
and I redid it based on the exact Fortnite writing. Then I coloured them. Then I did this and that and this and that and this and that and then the outlines and everything else. And then the next one you do is
And
fucking
wait.
10-minute scribble.
After all that work, it only looks like that. I reckon my Ep41 looks better.
Oh, no!
That was hand drawn. That was me putting all of my. I didn't just like trace some letters. That came out of my brain.
Wait, are you saying that you...
That came out of my brain.
So you didn't trace any of that?
Well, yeah, I had
Did
a
you-
picture.
No,
I,
did
no,
you?
I had a 50% opacity picture of us there. Quick pen drawing
Hang on.
around the outsides.
No. Is that a tracing?
Yeah, it's probably tracing. It probably counts as tracing.
You know what? I was so impressed for a minute. I was like, he's fucking done it. It's brilliant. He's changed my world. He's right. It's not a mountain. It's a best things. But no, you traced it. It is 10 minutes of the worst tracing I've ever seen.
You know what? We're uploading every one of those pictures again. We're going to have people vote on which is the best and which is the worst.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we might do that.
You know what?
What?
You know what's going to happen? They're absolutely voting for the hay fever one.
Ep40.
No.
What hay fever? Oh, the hay 40 one's pretty good.
Oi, brilliant.
Oh, but my
I
first ever one, the zombie one, that was pretty good.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. So was your very first one. So was the Halloween one. Not the Halloween one, the one... The spiders versus Karawongs.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That was great.
I like the cycling ones. I was drawing your legs all mungly because your bike was weird.
No. What about
also,
episode 50 where we were 50-year-olds?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the balding.
Well, you already had that picture. You just
I've been
great.
drawing it for a
And-
while and I never used it.
We will, in this section here, we'll upload the pictures. We're going to review them. The pictures of the cycles that you guys drew.
Oh, yeah. Can we quickly do that?
No, because we'll have to go through and get them all. But next episode, we'll get all of the cycles that you guys drew.
We want to see your
We're
cycles.
going to review them. We've seen some of them, and we want to see all of them.
Okay, here's what... I'm going to stop you there. Here's what we want, okay? We want you to draw a bicycle.
Without looking at one.
Without looking at
Zero
one.
references. Just think about, in your mind, what a cycle looks like and just draw it.
Draw it. Send your drawing to dadversedadpodcast@gmail.com. And we will review them. We'll put them up on the thing. We'll talk about how good of a drawer you are.
Yeah.
I
Next
have
episode, reviewing them.
I've tested one already, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I already sent it to you, and it was fantastic.
Sorry, loved it.
And we got another patron who sent one. Oi.
We're basically reviewing them now. Oi, what?
Do we have anything to draw?
Oh, the draft thing? No, we'll do that next time. Anyway, I don't think that one will be hard. And I think that's it for this episode.
Look, it's been a wild time.
Yeah, we're about to record our best things episode, which, for those of you who don't know, on our Patreon, every month on the 11th, we release a special episode of The Best Things in Life, which is basically the mountain and molehill thing, but we talk about things that we like instead of things we hate.
Yeah, we don't complain for once.
Yeah.
And we also put pre-episode banter as an extra thing on the Patreon as well.
Well, we have once.
What?
We'll probably
I
do
thought
some
you
more.
did a second time. Oh,
No, I
meant to
sent
do
you
that?
the video to
Yeah.
edit, and you didn't.
I didn't do it. It's been a busy week. You'll find out why.
But that'll come up soon. We'll still upload that one. Last episode's
Pre-bans.
Anyway,
it's interesting stuff. We hope you enjoy. And if you aren't a patron, that's okay. You can still just listen to the regular stuff, and we still appreciate you.
And vote on the mountains at r/mountain and molehill on Reddit.
And this week's mountains are...
The cat smells. Just cat smells.
Cat smells.
Cat smells and humbleness.
And mine was Carl Sanderlands and the thumbnail for the 40th episode.
That's the dumbest one.
Oh, yeah,
I hate that. That's going to get downvoted to hell because people love that picture.
No, they don't.
They
hope they
do.
don't. You better not.
No one's voting that one. Bye, Hungries.
We're dads. Wait, we don't walk off anymore. How good's that?